What's up, everyone? I just wanted to do a quick follow-up to our last unboxing video of the Command & Conquer Ultimate Edition from LimitedRunGames and cover the contents of the Tiberium Crystal, the digital asset CD, and maybe even check out some of the soundtrack discs just to see what it sounds like. I don't know. We're just gonna dive in. Just gonna kind of do something a little impromptu here and see what we got. Okay, so I'm going to begin with the Tiberium Crystal USB drive. It should contain the entire Command & Conquer Remastered soundtrack, just as on the soundtrack discs, but there might be something a little extra on there. I have no idea, so I'm going to plug it in and we're going to see what's up. Oh, that's cool. It actually lights up green. Oh, that's freaking awesome. Okay, so it automatically popped up, and we have a FLAC folder and a WAV folder, so it looks like we get a lossless version of the soundtrack here that takes up 2.91 gigs. Very nice. And then the WAV folder takes up 4.19 gigs. Holy crap, let's go. So we got all the discs. All 6 discs are here, so we've got Command & Conquer 1, Red Alert 1, and then Frank Klepacki and the Tiberian Suns disc. That's awesome. Then in the WAV folder, we have the same exact thing. Interestingly enough, the WAV files are actually bigger than FLAC. That's a bit unexpected. FLAC is usually massive. They're both massive. Like, interesting. I thought FLAC was supposed to be the bigger one. Got some credits here. Very cool. So I'm actually going to back these up because I don't know how long this USB drive is going to last, and I just don't trust it. So I'm just going to go ahead and back these up to my desktop while I'm thinking about it. And we can move on to something else while it's copying these over for me. Okay, so next up, the asset disk. Whoop, forgot that I put my limited run trading card in here and it just fell on me. All right, pop the disk out. And it's times like these that make me happy that I still have a disk drive on my computer. For some reason, it wasn't resetting my Blu-ray drive. That was weird. Okay, there we go. Now it's actually loading. All right, so here we have the tech trees. So it's going to be the same thing as on the laminated printouts, it looks like. And these are like super high quality scans, so you can print out your own and make your own if you really need to. Friggin' sweet. So we've got the Allies, GDI, NOD, and Soviet tech trees. Awesome. Next is posters. So there weren't actually posters in the box itself, but there are printable posters, or I guess you can do whatever the frick you want with them, really. I mean, you can make some wallpapers out of them. Like, I don't know. People out there are far more creative than I am, so I'm sure they can come up with something really cool to do with these, because I'm pretty sure they're just the original box arts of Command & Conquer and Red Alert. Man, the size of these files make it so they take a while to load up. Wow, that is super high DPI. Look at that. Holy cow. That is incredible. And see, this right here, this is what the original version of this game looked like the day I bought it. Like, went into the store, found this box on the shelf, picked it up, installed it on our DOS machine, and oh my gosh. The rest is friggin' history. This box art gives me crazy nostalgia. Crazy thing is, I don't think I ever realized that this was a gun. Like, I never paid enough attention to it to realize that this was a friggin' gun. That's, wow, slightly embarrassing. Oh well, go me. We can confirm this is now a DVD. When I did the unboxing, I wasn't sure if this was a DVD or a CD, but looking at the size of these two files alone, we now know that this is definitely a DVD. This takes up almost an entire gig of space by itself. Absolutely awesome. And here we have the original box for Command & Conquer Red Alert. I never actually owned the big box version of Red Alert, so this isn't like the box I'm familiar with seeing when I think of Red Alert. Like, I know this is what it's supposed to look like, and I'm used to like the PlayStation 1 version of it because I've had that for a number of years now, but When I got Red Alert, it was actually part of a bundle called Worldwide Warfare Edition or something like that. And it included Command and Conquer Gold with Command and Conquer 95, so the Windows 95 version of Command and Conquer compared to my DOS version, so updated resolutions, came with covert ops, and then of course the added bonus of that bundle was the fact that it also had Red Alert, Counter-Strike, and Aftermath. So I had never played Red Alert, and I think I picked that version up in like 1997, 1998, somewhere around there. So the games have been out for a bit, but like it was just this big box release that had all the discs. It was so cool. It was like 5 discs. I was like loving it. But it's cool just to be able to see the original box and stuff. Like, this is so cool. And I love that these were all modified on July 1st. Okay, next up, faction icons. I kind of like how we're working our way from the bottom up here. It's kind of cool. I like it. Dude, look at the Soviet logo. Why is the Soviet logo like 150 megs and the rest of them are like 5 megs? Like, what's going on here? They're still really high quality despite being smaller. Like, that is cool. Oh, man. If I did more Command and Conquer related content, I would make great use out of these. Holy cow. I freaking love the GDI logo so much. The Ally logo is pretty friggin' awesome too. And then we have the super duper high quality Soviet logo here. I seriously don't know why this one is so much bigger than all the other ones. That's weird. Last up on the disc is the Artbook. And wow, look at that. It is like 1.7 gigs. That is fantastic. Okay, so the Artbook finally loaded up. I kind of skipped the video ahead here because it took so long for this to load up because there's just so many pages. Look at this, there's 180 pages of Artbook stuff here. Like, this is so great. And I'm so glad that they included this, like, on the digital asset thing, because can you imagine if someone had bought this collection and they're trying to preserve every piece of art that was in this book? Like, that's so much work, but they came through and just gave it to us all already preserved digitally. Like, this is, oh man, I'm so happy. I'm just happy about it. Like, it makes me really, really happy. But look at this, like, this is so great. I love that they have, like, their original concept art for the remastered version of what it looks like, before and after. Like, they have the legacy icons. Like, this is so great. I love that you can see the legacy assets and legacy sprites, legacy animation. Like, look at the freaking power plant, man. Like, it just looks so good. I love the way that the buildings look in the remaster. Some of them look like they float on the ground a little bit, but overall, like, it's just so well done to me. I love these profile views of the buildings too. I wish they had that for the Conyard. I don't know why they don't. So I like how the Conyard and power plant are sharing a page, but like the refinery gets its own thing. Communications, basically they all get their own thing after this. Except for the repair facility and helipad. There's so much cool stuff here. Look at the sandbags, that's awesome. Advanced power plant. Sandbags get to be on 2 pages. Look at that. Chain link fence. This is so cool. I can't get over how cool this is. I love that they added this like light showing up on the hand grabbing the globe. Like, that's cool to me. The turret animation. I still love this one of the obelisk, man. That's so great, seeing how it just unfolds as it builds, and then you get the animation for the attack as well. I like how they have the cutscene right here. Aw, dude, the units are awesome. Friggin' harvesters, man. The units look so different. I love that they included the dinosaurs. Like, how fun is that? Aw, dude, the Visceroid. That's crazy. The Orca, my favorite freaking helicopter ever. Freaking love the Orcas. When Command & Conquer Renegade came out and you could fly these in multiplayer, man, I only ever wanted to fly them. They were so fun. Man, that game. See, I want to see a remaster of Command & Conquer Renegade. Like, that was a fantastic game set in this universe. Like, no one really talks about that game anymore, but I have such fond memories of that game. Like, I loved that game. Speaking of favorite vehicles, here we go. There it is, the Mammoth tank itself, the good old Mammy. I swear, I can't think of a more iconic tank to me. Like, Mammoth tanks need to be in every Command & Conquer game because they are just, like, To me, that is Command and Conquer. Like, mammoth tanks are glorious. And then the good old stealth tank. Oh, man. Freaking stealth tanks. And then, of course, the Red Alert stuff. It's funny, despite loving Red Alert quite a bit, it just never holds the same place in my heart as the original Command & Conquer does. Like, when I want to replay old school Command & Conquer, it's always the original. Especially now in the Remastered collection that it has proper skirmish modes. Like, I am so happy, because that's one of the things I actually did do on Red Alert a lot was skirmish, but I don't know. Ever since the Remastered collections come out, I haven't really touched Red Alert, but I have played a crap ton of the original. I don't know, just the more nostalgic for the original, I guess. There's so much about Red Alert, though, that's just fantastic. Like, all the additional units, water units, like, there's so much more to the actual game. I don't know, we need to dive back in and, like, do more of the campaign. See, now that was cool, too. Like, the addition of the heavy tank, like, a baby mammoth tank, like, that thing was cool to me. I like how the Mad tank is basically a mammoth tank with a different turret. I don't think I've ever really realized this before. Send in the MiGs. Alright, but that does it for the digital asset disc. Very, very nice. Alright, and then just out of curiosity, I'm going to put in the Frank Klepacki and the Tiberian Sons disc of the soundtrack. I know I just backed up the entire soundtrack from the USB drive, but I just want to try out the disc because why not? Oh man, I just love this Hell March 2 and 3 medley. There is just... oh, it's so good. Hell March is my favorite Command & Conquer theme, which is really funny considering that Red Alert 2 aren't even my favorite entries in the franchise, but my goodness, if this Hell March theme is not just one of the greatest songs that there is. Alright, so that is everything that came included on the Tiberium USB drive and the digital asset disc for the Command & Conquer Remastered Collection Ultimate Edition from LimitedRunGames, and then we threw in a track of the soundtrack for good measure. Well, not the whole track, obviously, but good stuff. Like, very cool. Glad to have these available both physically and digitally because, I mean, honestly, I'm probably not going to use the CDs a whole lot, but thanks to the USB drive, it was all already backed up in high, it was already all backed up and in very lossless formats, so freaking awesome. Thank you so much, EA and LimitedRunGames, for that one. Anyways, that's going to do it for this, what turned into a somewhat long look at what was included on these digital goodies. I think it's pretty cool, and I'm glad that they got included, and it was fun being able to check it out in video form. I didn't do it in the original video because I didn't want it to get too long, because I knew that it would get super, super long if I did them both in the same video, so I hope that this type of format has worked out for all of you as well. That way you can see sort of an overview of the package, then a little bit more of a deep dive into the digital side, so I like it. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video, so thank you so much as always for watching. It really helps the channel grow, and your support means the world to me. Thank you all so very much for being a part of this. So if you haven't already, make sure you hit that sub button, that like, dislike button, just depending on how much you like today's video. And if you'd like to further help support the channel and keep it running, you can always check out that join button here on YouTube, or check out the Patreon link in the description or bottom right hand corner of the screen. As always, I'm just grateful for your consideration, and to all of my current champions who have done so, thank you so incredibly much for sticking with me through this journey. You are all amazing, and we want you to know it. So thank you all so much. But until next time, my favorite internet peeps, stay awesome, and we will see you all back next video.